Welcome to Ekholmen. Now this place has a lot of history. It is first mentioned in 1369 and a bunch of famous people have lived here. Among them, Gustav Trolle. Gustav Trolle was an archbishop during the 16th century, and he was the one who betrayed the Swedish people and made the Danish king Christian II also king of the Swedes. And because of that, Stockholm's bloodbath could occur in November 1520. But the Swedes got their revenge through Gustav Vasa, who a few years later became the Swedish king and crushed the Danes. Ekholmen has had many shapes, but this one, as we see today, was built during the mid-19th century, about 170 years ago. Ekholmen is just by the coast of Mälaren, which is Sweden's biggest lake. Good morning, everybody. And ain't it a lovely morning? Yep, it sure is, because now we're at Ekholmen estate. Ekholmen means oak islet and has gotten its name from all the islets with oaks on them. And what's so special about this estate is that it's full of meadows and crops and fields, and doesn't keep very much forest, but there are some islets with trees on, with forests, and they tend to keep a lot of game in them, because that's where they prefer to be, obviously. So today at this driven hunt, we're allowed to shoot fox, badgers, roe deers, hares, fallow deers, red deers, and wild boars. So hopefully we'll see some of those animals. When we crossed the field on the other side where I'm standing, we saw 5 mooses, but we're not allowed to shoot moose today. Bummer. And today we're about 20-25 shooters and about 10 beaters. And 10 beaters is enough to walk through these small islets, and hopefully they'll push some game in front of them towards us. We're sitting on a line in front of a small creek just behind me. And I think I've been placed on a really good stand here, because the animals, the game, they always want to cross this field into the reed here behind me. So I hope I have some chances to shoot on my sides, because I can't shoot straight forward, because on the other side of the field there's my fellow hunters, so I can't shoot that way. And today the ground is frozen, so I can't shoot on a straight line. On a long distance I have to wait and shoot straight down to the ground, so the bullet doesn't ricochet. You have to be very careful, and that's the problem with this estate, that there's so much space, there's such a long range everywhere you look, so you really have to be careful and let the game come to you and wait for them to be on a shooting distance. That's very important. Now they're unleashing hell. The beaters have started walking and unleashed the dogs, so all we can do is wait. My hunting neighbor just shot a boar, and it tumbled, and then a dog came after it, and it went up again and fled into the reeds. That's not a good thing. You don't want to go looking for the wild boars in the reed. It'll take forever if it's not deadly wounded. So now you probably can hear the dogs. They're after the wild boar that he shot. And just behind me, there's a huge area of reed, and it's just so difficult to find them once they're in there. It's a vast area, and it's just, now it's icy, and you don't want to meet an angry or wounded wild boar in the reed. It can go really wrong. That's a big one. Okay, I can just sit here, be really still and quiet. Damn. It's a Kyler. Since I don't get a clear shot on the field, I have to wait until it's in the corner where I have a bullet stop. As you can see, the first shot is not even close to the bore, so I really have to stop it before the read. And I do. It's down. It's time to reload. And today we're shooting with the Sako blade, which is a solid copper bullet with a plastic tip, which just disappears once it hits the animal. Oh, I love that sound.
When it comes to getting the people we care about fed, there's easy, and there's a way we choose to do it.
And no matter how much more we might fail than succeed, our hunger is fed by the difficulties experienced, endured, and overcome. Because easy doesn't fill the freezer.
Easy doesn't feed our souls.
Easy doesn't make anything memorable.
Easy doesn't do much at all. Simply put, easy doesn't.
Another boar appears and it's too far away for me to shoot at. It's a bad hit. It's way too far behind, but I managed to end it quickly. This little wild boar came running across the field just minutes before the drive is going to end, so I was pretty lucky. I've seen probably 10, 15 wild boars running across the fields, and there are about 7 that's been shot already, so it's a good start of the day. Usually there are a lot of fallow deers and red deers in this area, but not today. I don't know where they are. Maybe they're in the next beat, so we'll have a look after lunch. So the first drive is over, and I just got to go collect my 2 wild boars that I shot before I head back to the farm for lunch. Do you want to come along? The first one that I shot looked really big. I don't know how big, but it looked like a really big one. Just take a look at this one first. The small one, the Überläufer. So here's the second one. It's a, well, Überläufer Keiler, I'd say. About 70, 80 kilos, perhaps. Tiny ones, not much to brag about. Anyway, perfect. So this is where I first shot the wild boar. Then it headed towards the reed, and I took a second shot. And here we have blood all the way. And it's fucking huge. It's absolutely huge. Alltså den är så stor. This is insane. It's absolutely insane. Wow. Ja, den är så stor. Den är så jävla stor. Look at this. Är ni avslagen här? Fan, är ni avslagen här? Fan också. Helvete alltså.
Är det GRB-kniven?
This is absolutely insane. I've never shot a bigger wild boar than this one. It's a monster. It's probably about 150 kilos. It's huge. I can't believe it, really. It's amazing. But I think it's gonna be tough to eat, so I think we're gonna make sausage out of it. But that's fine by me. So during the second beat, I don't even see a shadow of an animal, so there's nothing to show here really. One guy manages to shoot a nice red deer. So now to the big question. What's the weight of this boar? Follow us on Instagram where we have a competition about the boar's weight. You'll have a chance of winning a great hunting knife from Gerber. Good luck!